students, today we can look into the concept of Unit 3, Chapter 2, that is storing and retrieving the data. So here in this chapter we will be studying how to store the data by using the PHP functions and how we can open the file, close the file, write the file and execute those files. So those functions all we can be covered in this chapter. Okay. So processing files, writing data to a file requires the three steps. That is, one is open the file. If the file doesn't already exist, you need to create it. So if you want to write the file, first we should open the file. Okay, then write the data to the file, then close the file. Similarly, reading data from a file takes three steps. That is, open the file. If you cannot open the file, it should display that it doesn't exist. Okay, you need to recognize this and exit gracefully. Then read the data from the file. Next, close the file. When you want to read data from a file, you have many choices about how much of the file to read at a time. So we have some functions like read, R, for W for write and E for execute, and for close we have F close function, to write F write function. Okay, so we can cover this in this concept. So first of all we can look into the how we can open a file by using the fopen function. Okay, to open a file in PHP you use the fopen function. When you open the file, you need to specify how you intend to use it. This is known as the file mode. Okay, so to open a file in PHP, you use the fopen function. So when you want to open the file, you need to specify how you intend to use it. So this is known as file mode. So 2 marks question, what is file mode? Okay. Choosing file modes, the operating system on the server needs to know what you want to do with a file that you are opening. So the OS should know what you want to do with that opened file. Okay, we need to make 3 choices when opening a file. You might want to open a file for reading only, for writing only, or both reading and writing. So when we want to open the file, we need to have these two particular action take place. That is, either we need to read or write, or we want both to read and write the particular file. Okay, if writing to a file, you might want to overwrite any existing contents of a file or append the new data to the end of the file. Append means we should collect and join. We want to append the new data to end of the file. You also might like to terminate your program gracefully instead of overwriting a file if the file already exists. That is, we want to terminate the file without overwriting. So those conditions also we can be provided here. So if you are trying to write to a file on a system that differentiates between the binary and text file, it helps in differentiating between the binary and the text file. You might need to specify this fact. So here we can make the difference through the file, that is either binary files or the text files. Okay, the fopen function supports combination of these 3 options. So fopen function. A better method to open files is with the fopen function. The first parameter of fopen contains the name of the file to be opened, and the second parameter specifies in which mode the file should be opened. Okay, so here you can see the example of this parameter. It may be the read, write, or read and write, both we can give. Okay, so here example you can see I have declared syntax of the PHP, then I have declared the variable, that is $myfile equals, I have used the function that is fopen, and I had given the file name that is webdictionary.txt. So here we are using the text file, so we are giving the format that is .text. Okay, comma, then I have used the parameters that is R, means only we can read from that particular file, that is web dictionary. or we can give or died unable to open the file. If the dictionary, web dictionary can't be opened, then we can give this message to be displayed, unable to open the file. Then echo fread my file comma file size web dictionary dot text, so that it will provide the size of the text file. Okay, only we can read, right? So the particular variable has been accepted here, my file comma file size of web dictionary dot text. Then to close the file, we have to use the function that is fclose. Fclose, in bracket you should give the variable name that is my file, because we have used the my file to open the web dictionary dot text. Okay, so this is the example for fopen function. So this is how the fopen works. So the web dictionary can display the particular text which has been written on that file. Okay, so file may be opened in one of the following modes, that is R, open a file for read only, file pointer starts at the beginning of the file. W, open a file for write only, erases the contents of the file or creates a new file if it doesn't exist. File pointer starts at the beginning of the file. A, open a file for write only, the existing data in file is preserved. Then the file pointer starts at the end of the file, creates a new file if the file doesn't exist. So you can see the difference between W and A there. So both are used to write only, but in W you can see it erases the contents of the file, but here the existing data in the file is preserved, means the already written, we are overwriting something in the particular file, that is, so that we can use A. Then X is for creating a new file for write only, returns false and an error if a file already exists. So X is for creating a new file for write only. R plus, that is open a file for read or write. Okay, so we can here use read or write through R plus, and file pointer starts at the beginning of the file. W plus, which is used to open a file for read or write, then it erases the contents of the file or creates a new file if doesn't exist. File pointer starts at the beginning of the file. So W plus and R plus is mainly for opening the file, and it can make the use of read and write. Okay, so A plus opens a file or read and write, then the existing data in the file is preserved. File pointer starts at the end of the file and creates a new file if the file doesn't exist. Okay, X plus creates a new file for the read or write, creates a new file for read or write, and returns false if an error if file already exists. Okay, if the file already exists, then it will provide the error message. We should create the file through the new. Okay, so we are using X plus mode. So these are the important modes you should be studied. Okay, next is PHP read file, that is fread function. The fread function reads from an open file. The first parameter of fread contains the name of the file to read from. The second parameter specifies the maximum number of bytes to be read. The following PHP code reads the webdictionary.txt file to the end. So you can see how we have used the fread function. Same example you can use beginning which we had taken, that is fopen. Under that you can give fread, my file, file size and web dictionary.txt. So it will be helping to read the particular contents in the text file, that is web dictionary. Then PHP close file, that is for closing the file we should use the function that is fclose function. The fclose function is used to close an opened file. So these are the important topics that are coming under the chapter 2. All should understand this video and take down in your notes. Okay, any doubts, let me know. Thank you.